The All or Nothing Arsenal Amazon documentary is set to hit screens this summer, with fans highly anticipating how the 2021-22 season was documented. I'm certainly looking forward to that first game. It was documented how, as we all know, that Arsenal missed out on the top four, and we also will see how Mikel Arteta fell out with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Neil, fan of cameras in the dressing room?
No. I did. To be fair, I did it once.
I know. I was gonna say.
I did it. The way I did it is, I said to the company and the cameraman, "Listen, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to do everything normal, obviously, but I need to look at it before you okay it. Whereas some of these films, you can't do that. So I didn't even think about the camera. It was really strange, but and then I did enjoy it, but I had to censor a few things, obviously, believe it or not. But it was interesting, but I'm not a big fan of cameras in.
That was hilarious, Neil, when you went round the dressing room and you you went right round the room, didn't you? Felt like you.
Do you, when you look back at it now, do you regret it or still?
Oh God, no. I mean, that's how I am. I know I've got critics and I get called names, but it's how you are. It's how I am, and I'll always have. Marmite they call me, don't they? And you can understand think some of the things I've said. When I look back, I think, what are you doing there? And especially when the kids tell me. But it's some of the. I just think it's a passionate game, and humour's going out the game. You don't. I listen at some of the press conferences, and you could go to sleep, couldn't you? I just think you've got to bring a smile to supporters' faces, whether they're with you or whether they're not. And I've always enjoyed the rapport with the away fans, and that's why I'm looking forward to some of these shows in some of these places where I might have got some stick in the past.
They are fascinating, and as a football fan, I love it because we don't get that chance to be in a dressing room. We don't get to see these little extras that you've all been a part of. So I know
it killed a few managers, though, hasn't it, by doing it? But we're not going to that.
You a fan of them?
What, the
cameras in the dressing room?
I wouldn't like them to be in there when I'm going mad.
What about as a player? Would you like it? Would you have liked it as a player? No,
because you like watching what you say, and you've I wouldn't.
You're aware of the camera more, I suppose, is what you're suggesting.
Yeah, this is what players think. Hang on a minute. I can only come out of this looking bad. How much are you giving me? How much are you giving me for filming me every morning? That's how players think.
Hey Dean, they were already doing one at QPR when I went there. You ought to have a look one day, Dean. Call it the 4-year plan. And I was on the last year, and Flavio Briatore and Bernie Eccleston and all them, and I actually enjoy it, but it just shows you how you can get success despite what's going on at the club. And it was just a fabulous. When I watched it, I thought, bloody hell, you did well to get promotion, didn't you, with that lot?
Hey Neil, I've just done a TV show. I'm in the middle of doing it.
Yeah.
So you like it when it comes out? It's like SOS
lovely.
Soccer. Yeah. So I'm like taking grassroots teams, and I got a week to turn them round.
Yeah.
So it's back. Honestly, Neil, it's back to Gainsborough days.
Yeah.
When players are tackles and arguing with each other and sending offs and arguing with the ref. It's brilliant.
Turning up late.
Yeah. Turning up, get fined.
Yeah.
Remember them days when you could fine a player?
Well,
without getting sacked.
Yeah. Now the agents come in now, don't they?
Oh gosh, but there's more from you that we got to ask you about, because I think you were asked recently to provide your current Ultimate Premier League 11 if you had unlimited money, and you picked Dan Burn. Is that right?
I did. Do you know why I picked it? I just picked it because I've had enough of all these posers, like Dean says, passing it around back. So I think my team was a good team, but I thought he'll do for me, Dan. I like him. He's a leader. He's left-footed. He compliments, he'd blinking talk, he'd get hold of a few and put a few in the places. And I picked him. And I looked at some of the posh ones in Chelsea and all that round there, but now I thought I'll have him in my team.
Oh, posh ones? Is that just because they play for Chelsea?
Yeah, of course it is. King's Road.
I love it. I think Dan Burn, solid defender. You know what you're going to get with him, and did brilliantly.
For Newcastle.
Did brilliantly, I was going to say. You also had space for Kasper Schmeichel, Kieran Tierney as well.
I did. I think he's a good defender. I like him, and there's not that many left backs. I like the kid, the foreign lad at Brighton. I can't say his name.
Cucurella?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I thought he's come through very, very good, but I just like Tierney, and I thought I'll have somebody steady. And Kasper Schmeichel, I like Pope, but I just think he talks a good game. I've always liked him, and he's been loyal, hasn't he, to Leicester, really, all them years.
Yeah.
So he seems a nice man as well, a nice lad. So I thought I'd have him in my dressing room.
I'm just going to run you through your 11 then that you picked. So it's Schmeichel in goal. They've got a back four with Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Byrne, as we mentioned, and Tierney. Then you've gone for midfield three with Kevin De Bruyne, Declan Rice, Bernardo Silva, and then you have front three of Salah, Kane, and Son. There's quite a lot of omissions. I think some people will be saying, why have you not gone for someone like Alisson in goal or Edison, for example?
Like I said to you, I like the British mentality. I think he's done really well, Schmeichel. Just because he plays for Leicester, he's more my type of. He's
Danish.
Well, you know what I mean, don't you?
Same thing.
You know what I mean. He talks English, I just like him. That's all. I mean, managers. Dean will tell you. You get feelings about certain players, and it's not always the big names.
Yeah.
I mean, my team's not bad, when I look in them. I mean, I never thought I'd have Bernard Silva, because David Silva were my favourite player in the last 10 years. But when I watched him last year, he's just amazing every game, creating this, that, and the other. I've never seen anybody change so much. So it was, it's
Who's the best player you managed, Neil?
It's difficult that, because I mean, at 73, Dean, I can't remember. You forget, and then all of a sudden you mention a name, and then you think. And 5 minutes later, why didn't I say that? I mean, skill-wise, Adel Tarab at QPR was somebody. I've never had ability like that, or a more difficult task to manage. But then, through my career, I've had people like Craig Short and Jagielka and Morgs, and I've had good centre halves. Even last year, I had one or two lads last year up at Middlesbrough, which were really good. And I think that so it's difficult to just pick one. I just the ability's been good, and I've only changed once, I think, in my outlook, and that was at, like I say, at QPR. Palace, young lads at Palace, Victor Moses, and was very good as well.
When you've had 40 plus years as a manager, there's a lot of players that you've been manager for, so I suppose it is very difficult to pick just one.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.